Hey, vinyl community, welcome to London, England, where I am right now. Where I am right now, this very minute, is the house I rented while I'm here in London. From the minute I landed, as some of you might know, it's in the middle of a heat wave here in London. It's been plus 30. I think the highest I've seen it was plus 31. So it's been in around that 29, 30, 31 range. And unlike home, in landlocked Canada, where I am, where it's a dry heat, this is very humid and unbearable. So it's almost impossible getting away from the heat. But you know what? It's a little bit different than me complaining about the cold where I'm from, so I'll live with it. One quick side note. A year ago, when I was here, some of you might remember that video. I had terrible food poisoning. And I've been very cognizant and aware not to repeat that. So I'm going to be sipping from cold drinks, and more or less I've been living on these crisps, chips. We call them chips back home. I've been intent on not getting sick that one, or like last visit. You can go back through my videos to a year ago, pretty much a year ago, and you can watch me ill and sick as hell with my last London trip. Having said all that, cheers everyone. No chance in hell I'm drinking coffee today. I've been here 3 days, and what you're going to see is the byproduct of 3 days of shopping. I've been to about 7 places, just random people on the street, which I'll get to in a second. And my mission here in London, I didn't really quite make this decision until I actually got here, was I didn't want to spend more than £1 to £5. There's a couple exceptions that I'll get to, because I'm only day three, and there may or may not be another video coming up, maybe when I get home. But there's a couple exceptions, but that's what I've been trying to get, because I think it's just basically population density. It's a lot harder to get grails here. I have seen some, but once you do the price conversion from our dollar to pounds, it's, you know what, I could order from Discogs, and really that takes away the fun of digging. So I've kind of gone for filling holes in the collection, just cheap finds of things I've wanted. So if you're expecting grails, yeah, they're here, but they're probably twice as much as I would pay on Discogs once you do the currency conversion. So that was my mission London. £1 to £5 records, and what can I get for that? I've been to car boot sales, like I said, just market stalls, guys with random records on street corners, all over the place, proper record stores. I've been digging. My knees are white, and the rest of me's tanned, but my knees are white from being on my knees, digging in all those hard to get to places. All right, enough of this, enough preface for now. Let's get right to it. Because I have a bit of time on my hands. My wife has gone out with our daughter for, I think they're swimming or something like that. I don't know. I don't feel like going out today. Let's start with singles. If I can remember where I got these from, I'll let you know, just out of FYI for you. But these are in no real order, so there might be a lot of these singles where I'll say I've been after this forever and blah, 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 blah. Let's just take it as a given that a lot of these I've been wanting for a long, long, long time. Like this one. That might be my screen cap. This is Pink Floyd's Have a Cigar backed with Shine On You Crazy Diamond. This is a Dutch picture sleeve. In fact, this was in my Discogs cart for the longest time. And then I popped into a shop yesterday and I got this for less than £5. And obviously I'm not bringing home crap condition vinyl. So just to spare you having to show you all the records so I can get all through these. Suffice to say, all of these are in really, really good condition. But this is on the Harvest label. Like I said, Have a Cigar, featuring the vocals of one Mr. Roy Harper. I believe I talked about that in one of my last videos. That's one of my most exciting finds for less than £5. I mean, this, I've talked about this band before in the past, and I'm a big collector of the band, The Monks. The Monks, that late 70s, early 80s kind of faux punk band. Drugs in My Pocket, nice legs, came about your face. That Monks, they were huge in Canada. I've talked about them before. Go back and see one of my other videos where I talk at length about them. But I got this, and this completes my Monks collection. This is the 7-inch for I Can Do Anything You Like. And right now, as it stands, as far as, there's the label on that one. To my knowledge, I have every Monks single, every variant, country, every album, every CD, every tape, blah, blah, blah. Really nerdy stuff there. But that's a completer for the Monks. That is the last one I've needed of this version. Anyways, I have a different variant of that one. But that's it. That was a pound, 2 pounds maybe. Guns N' Roses, It's So Easy, backed with Mr. Brownstone. Some of these were just random pickups because I was there. There was a pound or two. Car boot sales, there's just thousands of, like the London in the UK is the land of the single, where singles are dirt cheap. And like I said, this picture sleeve for It's So Easy was kind of a no-brainer. One of my favorite bands ever, Pop Will Eat Itself. Finding their stuff in Canada is, I've been collecting them since about '88, and you just don't come across their albums very often. But I found a 7-inch single for Karmadrome. That was a pound at Music and Video Exchange, I believe, where they progressively mark down their stuff as it sits on the shelves. So you get a lot of good bargains at Music and Video Exchange. That was recommended to me last year by a friend of mine in Prague. He said go to that place because you can get some really good bargains as they mark things down. So 7-inch for Pop Will Eat Itself, Karmadrome, backed with Eat Me, Drink Me, Love Me, Kill Me for 1 pound. Kiss, I've never seen this one. And I don't know where this is from. I want to say France, but it might be UK. It's on the pie label. It's a 7-inch for Then She Kissed Me. And it's backed with Hooligan and Flaming Youth. That was a pound. I don't own this one. A lot of you guys know I collect Kiss vinyl. A lot of these were definitely from the car boot sale I went to my first day I was here. Some of these were 50 pence. Actually, a lot of these coming up were 50 pence. The Police, Message in a Bottle. But what's cool about this is the green vinyl. Limited edition green vinyl from 1979? Message in a Bottle by the Police. You all know I'm a major T-Rex fan and collector. I have a lot of T-Rex 7-inch singles, but I don't really have a lot in the original T-Rex sleeves, which are so common here in Canada. Nope. But this is one for The Groover, one of my favorite T-Rex songs. That was like, I think, 20 pence, to be honest with you. And then the Smiths. On my second day here, I went traveling around while my wife and daughter were out shopping or going for coffee, whatever they're doing. I went on my own, which is dangerous in London because I get lost easy. I'm surprised I found my way around. My wife is the one with the sense of direction and ability to navigate the buses and tube stations. The Smiths, these are all original 7-inch singles for That Joke Isn't Funny Anymore and Shakespeare's Sister. I don't remember how much these were. These were in that 1 to 5 pound range. Like I said, that's what I was kind of going for. Kind of like home. I'm being cheap and digging and digging and digging until my knees are bleeding. One of my favorite bands called Therapy. This is the song that introduced me to them way back, was it 1992. This is Teeth Grinder, probably still one of my favorite Therapy songs. This was limited edition of 5,000 on kind of marble pink vinyl, purple vinyl. Teeth Grinder, one of my favorite songs from back in the day. Happy Mondays, Step On. Still one of my favorite kind of UK, I don't know. They were kind of not Britpop so much, were they? But this is on Factory Records. I don't know. They were kind of pseudo rave at the time. One of my favorite songs, anyways, from the time of the Stone Roses and all those bands like that. Step On by the Happy Mondays. This is maybe one of the few songs I like by this girl. And it's going to go in my box of my favorite records of all time. I've talked about that Legacy box. A lot of these singles are actually. But Tori Amos, Cornflake Girl. An original UK 7-inch for Cornflake Girl. This is on Atlantic. On Atlantic Records. For some reason it has no label on the back. I don't know why, but it is backed with something. Maybe it's not. Oh yeah, it's backed with Sister Janet. Tori Amos, Cornflake Girl. That's it for the that's it for the singles right now. For the 7-inch singles, anyways. What are we at here? A couple of these are the only things that, let's see, the top two are the only ones that exceeded £5. This was one I was going to pay. Sorry, that was rude of me, wasn't it? Those damn fizzy drinks. We're doing one take. I'm sorry. One take, and that's it. No editing. One take from London. Whew, that's a lot to say. I would have paid 20, 30 pounds for this record. It's the only album by The Damned that I'm missing. And in North America, it was released as Not of This Earth. And everywhere else in the world, it was called I'm All Right, Jack and the Beanstalk. And it has a weird lineup. It was kind of at a time when the Damned were inactive. And then Rat Scabies started to record a few songs with was it Chris Dalsmere and Moose. And I can't remember what bands they were from. They were from some UK punk bands at the time. And then they had some songs together. And then they invited Dave Vanian in to do vocals. And then it was a Damned album. Although Dave Vanian later disputes that. But they did a tour. And I actually have a live album from this tour called Molten Lager. Lager. Anyways, like I said, it's the aforementioned The Damned, I'm All Right, Jack and the Beanstalk. And I'll tell you what, have a look at that one. Of the latter day Damned albums, I would have to say this is arguably one of my favorite albums. It's definitely one of my favorite. It's probably better than any of their more recent albums, I'll be honest with you. Shadow to Fall, I Need a Life, Testify, Tailspin, some of my favorite songs off this album. Like I said, it's a really weird lineup. It's Dave Vanian, Rat Scabies, and a couple other guys. And a lot, like I said, some Damned fans say, yes, this is a Damned album, and some purists say it's not a Damned album, but it's no different than the Damned today, where it's Captain Sensible and Dave Vanian. This is Rat Scabies and Dave Vanian. I love this album. It's one of those ones that fly under the radar as far as the Damned catalog go. And I don't remember what year this is from. 96? Let's go with 96. The Damned, I'm All Right, Jack and the Beanstalk. One of my more exciting finds I found. Mott the Hoople. I've talked about Mott the Hoople, and I've kind of talked with people in the comments about coming to London. I have found every Mott the Hoople album I'm missing, but the condition has been... Anyways, The Damned, by the way, like I said, was it broke that 1 to 5 pound mark. It was like 10 pounds. And this one was about 7 pounds. Mott the Hoople. Mott. This is the only Mott the Hoople album I don't have that I found that's in excellent condition. It's an original CBS pressing from UK. And like I said, I have found Mad Shadows. I have found the first album, but condition-wise, I'm not taking home shit vinyl. There's no reason to. I can get crap vinyl at home. But Mott the Hoople, this one has all the way from Memphis, Honolulu Blues. A lot of other really well-known songs were on this one. Mott the Hoople, Mott. These were from car boot sales. And if you're on the YouTube vinyl community on Facebook, you'll have seen me post a photo of me just leaving that car boot sale. I got some original Roxy music on original Island record pressings, which we just don't see at home. I got Stranded. Let's see, gatefold sleeve of Stranded. These were £1. £1. Nice Island Records logos. Beautiful condition. I mean, beautiful. Like, glossy covers. Just vinyl's perfect. I mean, car boot sales. For all the people that tell me I don't find stuff, I've gone to this one car boot sale in and around where I'm staying right now. I went last year twice, and I'll go this year twice. And if you're digging and you're looking, you find some really great stuff for cheap. A lot of people say they're not what they used to be, which is fair enough. I don't know what they were in the past. I know that I'm finding some good stuff now. Like Stranded, original pressing, I believe, for £1. As well as Siren. I'm brain farting my title. Roxy Music, original pressing. I say original because to my recollection, these were original UK presses. On Island Records. Regardless, these are incredible, nice upgrades for me, and to have nice UK presses for £1 is amazing. So Roxy Music Siren. These next two Once again, I think I posted a photo of this on my personal Facebook page. If you're friends with me on Facebook, you'll have saw me post this. Excuse me. More fizzy drink. Don't worry, I'm drinking lots of water too. If I lost 5 pounds already in 3 days. Me and my wife and my daughter, our daughter, were going to soak our feet in this pond, and I can't remember what it was called. Hampstead Pond or something. I can't remember. And on the corner before this little pond, it's like a little man-made pond, and there's a fountain you can soak your feet in. But there was a guy on a corner, with just random corner by this park. He had tables set up and he had blankets for sale and board games. And then underneath his tables were 2 crates of records. And I had to look through, and there was some okay stuff, but these were, once again, I think these were £2 each, actually. Original US pressing of A Nod is as Good as a Wink to a Blind Horse by the Faces, with original Warner Records sleeve inside. Very nice condition upgrade for, I think, like I said, these were £2. And then original Virgin Records pressing of Peter Gabriel's So. I mean, I wasn't going to leave this there in that crate for $2. Beautiful UK Virgin Charisma Records inner sleeve, just immaculate. I have the box set for this one. I think I've showed this in one of my videos. I probably have a Canadian pressing too, but just a nice UK pressing. I'm really interested to see how this one sounds. But Peter Gabriel So for a couple pounds. What was this? 50 pence? Grace Jones, Slave to the Rhythm. This was a reissue 12-inch for her. This was like 50p, which would be 50 pence, I guess. Excuse me if I'm saying that wrong, on ZTT Records. Just different remixes of Slave to the Rhythm, which I might or may not use for DJing. I don't know. I was really happy to get that one. This one was 99p, so less than £1. An original Mute Records die-cut sleeve of Erasure Circus, which I don't think I actually have that. Stum 35 for you Mute Records fans. This was at that car boot sale too for 99 pence. If you don't know this album, this has their big hit Sometimes on it. So Erasure Circus on the original die-cut sleeve for less than £1. A lot of you do know I collect a lot of 80s stuff. I don't really talk about it a lot, but I do. I have a Twitter account that you guys can always follow me there to see my 80s singles. But an immaculate condition copy of ABC's The Look of Love, which I collect ABC. I have since I was a kid, since '82. I was probably 11. I started collecting ABC. Still one of my favorite bands of all time. And this is a beautiful UK condition copy. My condition copy at home is lacking. And so I was really happy to get the one. And the B-side in this one is Look of Love parts 3 and 4, which is not the easiest thing to find, but it's it's ABC. I'm not sure who cares about ABC except for me. The Look of Love, original UK 12-inch single. Like I said, some of this stuff, like I said, if you're coming to this video expecting grails, I'm showing bargains. Bargains are better than anyone can get grails on Discogs. But digging and finding things for £1, I find that infinitely interesting. The Escape Club. A lot of you guys might know them for their song Wild Wild West, Shake for the Chic, and all that stuff. But their second album that didn't do really well was called Dollars and Sex. And I actually liked that album a lot. And the first single off that album was called Call It Poison. And that song still kind of figures in and out of playlists I make every now and again. But I've never had a single for it. And the most notable thing about this song, it samples Deep Purple, Strange Kind of Woman. It samples an Ian Gillan scream he does. And that's kind of the hook within the song. But Escape Club, Call It Poison. One of my favorite kind of songs of that time. You would never think that, but it is. I really do like that song. Like ABC, I'm a major Transvision Vamp fan and collector. But finding their stuff in Canada is not... You see their CDs, because I think Velveteen did pretty well in Canada. But singles, you just don't find. Anything I've found have been just kind of by luck. So here, they're all over the place. And I found the one I don't have, which is one of their biggest hits, oddly enough, is a Baby I Don't Care by Transvision Vamp. I love me some Transvision Vamp. I think officially I have all their singles now, 12-inch singles anyways. This one is for a friend of mine, so I hope he doesn't watch this video. And if you do, Tom, then you're going to see what I bought for you. But it's a 12-inch single for Steve Earle's Copperhead Road. I've never seen a 12-inch single for this. I think I have a 7-inch single for this, but it's backed with Little Sister and number 29. So Tom, if you're watching this, I blew the surprise. There you go. That's one of your surprises I got for you. Steve Earle's 12-inch single for Copperhead Road. Never seen this. That was, like I said, most of these were in bins, dollar or pound bins anyways, underneath tables and whatnot. In markets and whatnot. I'm a major fan of this, but like ABC, like Transvision Vamp, I'm a huge fan of the UK show, The Young Ones. I collect everything to do with The Young Ones. It was very formative part of my youth in 84, 85, and around that period. But one of the characters named Neil, he released an album, and then he had a single called Hole in My Shoe, which is the cover of the Traffic song. And this is the 12-inch single for that. I've never seen his full-length album. I've never come across it. I guess a lot of people have it in the UK. The minute I come across it, I'll be ecstatic. But it's just a great find. It's back with Hurdy Gurdy Man, which I believe is Donovan. But anyways, he did a Traffic cover, Hole in My Shoe, by Neil. His real name is Nigel Planner. There you go. If you're a Young Ones fan, you'll know what I'm talking about. This one's for Matt Hayes. Matt, I'm hoping you're watching this. What was this? This was £2. Me and Matt were going back and forth in one of his other videos about this artist. So I'm just going to show this. This is only for Matt Hayes. Ready? Matt? There you go. I just bought that to show Matt. £2 for that. This little collection filler things I've never come across is the band Vixen. Kind of pop metal band. You see their first album quite frequently, but their second album, honestly, I've never come across an album in Canada. Never. And I found it yesterday, their second album, Rev It Up. Very underrated metal album. This is the album that kind of broke them up originally. But anyways, with Jan Kunelman, who's no longer with us. She died of cancer. But the band's still going strong. I seen them last year. They were great live. Anyways, Vixen's Rev It Up. It's their second album. Got that for a few pounds. You know what? I'm just going to end it here. I know it's been 3 days, and this is already 3 days worth. Don't worry. To answer your questions, this is my third or fourth trip to London and Europe record shopping. I know how to get them home. Don't worry. I throw my clothes out and I just pack my bag and I go home naked. That's how I make it. Canadian band, but you never see their full-length album on vinyl in Canada. Go figure that. It's kind of a dance band. You might know them for the song, what's that? Harry Houdini. I Beg Your Pardon was the massive song worldwide. I Beg Your Pardon, I Never Promised You a Rose Garden. But a promo copy for a couple pounds of Concan, Move to Move. I still play this DJing. I Beg Your Pardon, I still play all the time. But a promotional copy of Concan's Move to Move for a couple pounds. So as you can tell, Mission London, 1 to 5 pounds, has been pretty okay so far. I'm 3 days in, and I have about, I don't know, 7 more, I believe. I'm here to visit our daughter, obviously, but I'm here to see The Cure. The Cure are doing their 40th anniversary show in Hyde Park. So I'm going to that show, which I believe is sold out. 3 stages. I don't know. I'm going to have to figure out what times the couple bands I want to see. I want to see Ride. I want to see the Twilight Sad, and I want to see The Cure. There's only 3 bands I want to see that are playing. Maybe Interpol. Maybe I'll go for Interpol as well. But anyways, that's in plus 30 outdoor festival at Hyde Park. I'm too old for that shit. But as long as, that's what I'm here for. Is to see The Cure. So whether I do more record shopping or not, we'll see. Like I said, that's already quite a bit, and mission accomplished so far for my personal challenge of not spending a lot of money. So there you go. What time is it? It's 5:30 on a Tuesday afternoon in London. The soccer game or football game is in a few hours, so London's going to go crazy whether they win or lose. Who knows? So I'm expecting mayhem where I live. So anyways, let's wrap this up now. from my London house that I rented. Ta-da! This has been David Michael, aka Naz Nomad, coming to you from London, England. And we will see you soon. Take care, everyone. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. We'll see you maybe another London video. Maybe back when I'm home in Canada. We'll see. Take care, everyone.